Howdy, guys. You know, it is D-Man the Greaser. And, well, in this case, I'm Dapper D. My name is Dapper D. Alright, so if I'm looking like this, I go by Dapper D. Alright. So, you guys are wondering, why, D-Man or Dapper D, why in the hell you dressed like that? Why do you look like you just came out of a shot from the movie Tombstone? How come you look like that? And that's a good question, and I'm going to get into that. Gonna cut all the cigar smoking out so I don't get demonetized. But you're gonna be wondering why I'm dressing like this. So about a couple months ago, about in October, no, not it's October now. About a couple months ago, back in August, me and my girlfriend Katie, and as you saw on one of my videos, like not the last video that I made when I was in LA, but the video before that. So Katie and I, we went down to Tombstone for the big Val Kilmer tribute. And while we were doing that, going to that tribute, going to the ceremony, we stepped aside to Allen Street, seeing the Vigilantes do their thing, doing their skits and shootouts, whatever. And we had a really good time with it. And we were just hanging out with it. We ended up hanging out with them, having some laughs, talking, conversating with them. And we're going to dress up, not exactly entirely like this, but we were dressed up into the old Wild West look. We were both like that. We both like doing that. And we were just kind of talking, and the Vigilantes and I'll get to this in a sec, but the Vigilantes, they really liked us, so they asked us, saying, hey, would you two be interested in joining us, the Vigilantes? And we didn't give much thought to it, but we're just like, sure, we would love to join. And we go to Tombstone every other Sunday whenever we go down to Sierra Vista to see her. That's where she's from, or live. And we both love Tombstone. I mean, that's where we went for our first date. So yeah, we just both love Tombstone, and especially love all the gunfights and what goes on over there. And so we give the Vigilantes our names, our information, our emails, whatever. And about a week or two later, we get the email or call saying, like, that the person that runs the Vigilantes would love to meet us. You know, we'll talk to her, and also the director of the Vigilantes, the guy who does the directing for them. So we would talk to them, meet with them, hang out, and yeah, we gave more of our information. They gave us information when to do an interview with the board. And actually, believe it or not, when we were actually there for the Val Kilmer tribute, we were actually hanging out with the board of the Vigilantes. So they loved us. And we were told that, you know, that the board is going to love us. They're going to want us. And so yeah, so we set up our meeting, our interview, and so we went about 2 weeks ago. Did our meeting and interview, and they loved us. They actually loved us. They interviewed us, and basically at the end of this interview and meeting, they said, yeah, you're basically one of us. Congratulations, you are now part of the Vigilantes. And we just thought that was a really cool, honorable thing, because the Vigilantes in Tombstone has been around since 1929, or not that, but they've been around for like almost over hundreds of years, 100 years or so, give or take. And so that's really cool to be part of that tradition. And yeah, we find it as an honor to do that. And also, like the Vigilantes, it gives back to the community, in not just acting, but just the town and into the state in general. It goes back to the community, so it really does hit home for me. And you know, it is good. It's good to serve your community as well. So yeah, so after our interview, they told us when the first show was going to be, and it was supposed to be this last Sunday. Well, yeah, well, before the last Sunday, we kept going to Tombstone off and on, getting more costumes, more things for our costumes. Like, I got this, well, I already had the shirt and the pocket watch and this vest and hat here, but I got this tie, got some proper authentic pants, some suspenders, which are really cool. So we were kind of going costume shopping over the week. And our first show was supposed to be this last Sunday. And, well, unfortunately, our show got canceled this last Sunday, or we were going to help out, but it got canceled due to rain. But fortunately enough, this coming Sunday, I'm going to be back there again for El Dorado, which is a very historic festival that Tombstone does every year since 1929. So we're gonna be walking the parade for that, and I'll definitely film that through my Instagram, or I'll film it. I'll film that. So don't worry, guys. That video will be up, and that's gonna be really cool. So yeah, but as of right now, I'm technically a full-time member of a vigilante, but not really at the same time. So Katie and I were under the 6-month probation period, and what this 6-month probation period is that we just basically help out the so we're helping out the vigilantes, just set up. We hang out with them. We learn what they do, learn about different skits, and we have to do 10 shows within 6 months as well. And once we're done with those 10 shows, once we're done with those 10 shows, we're given the guns. We're gonna be full-time members of the vigilantes, and we're gonna be the showmen, and it's gonna be really fun though too, and very worth it. So that's why I'm dressed up like this, and you're gonna see me more looking like this as well. And my nickname is gonna be Dapper D for my vigilante name. So yeah, so you're gonna see more of me with this on, and other clothing that's gonna look like that time period. You're gonna see me more at Tombstone, so catch me on the flip side there. And I'm also gonna create a separate Instagram page called the official Dapper D. And yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So make sure you keep an eye on that and follow that. So yeah, but anyway, that's why I'm looking like this, and that's the updates and what's new with me. So yeah, so hope you guys have a good night. Stay strong, stay wild, and have a good time. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, partners.